What's up guys, and welcome to another F1 video. In this video though, we're not doing this over on Monica career mode. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about my predictions for the drivers we're going to race next season. Next season is going to be quite interesting with a new Halo, new tracks, for example. I think the French Grand Prix is coming back, the German Grand Prix is coming back, and hopefully the driver lineup will be as close as what I predicted to be, because that'll be quite nice for me. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you think the driver predictions will be as well. I'd like to hear what you think. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now I'm going to do it in order of the constructor standings at the moment. So obviously Mercedes at first. So with Mercedes, I think they're going to keep their lineup with Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton, obviously, he brings sponsors, money, basically. He is a good driver, we all know that. He has won 2 world championships with them so far. Maybe 3 this year, but I'll have to wait and see. And he'll be as competitive as ever, like he always is. So I think it's a no-brainer to keep Hamilton. He's still under contract and stuff like that. However, Bottas is a different story, but I do think they'll keep Bottas. Bottas has had a really impressive start. Not many people expected him to be in this position. Obviously, we knew he was in a good car, so we knew he wasn't going to do appalling. We didn't really think he would be in this title fight between Hamilton and Vettel. Bottas only 33 points behind Sebastian Vettel with 169 points to his name, which is a lot considering we didn't really think he would be up to standard. Like, he is only, what, 17 points behind his teammate? Well, no, 19 points behind his teammate. That's very impressive. And also, he's got 2 race wins, so can't really complain about that. And he's scored 4 podiums in a row. Canada, 5 podiums in a row, which is really impressive. So I think Bottas will be kept put at Mercedes. Now we look at Ferrari, and I can definitely see Vettel staying because he is out of contract at the end of the year. But I do think he will sign because obviously he's in a world championship fight, which is obviously where he wanted to be with Ferrari. And if Ferrari can give him a car that can win, why would he leave? However, both drivers get on really well together. Does that mean that Kimi's going to stay? If you look at the driver standings, he's got 160 points compared to Vettel's 202, which is an 86 point gap, and they're in basically the exact same car. So you can tell Raikkonen, he's past it by now. Maybe he'll stay. Hope he stays because of his radio messages and stuff like that. But my head says that he'll retire, go to the end of the season, and that Ferrari will bring in another driver for second slot. Thing is though, who would they bring in? I mean, there's so many options they could bring in, like with Perez, Sainz, Verstappen, Ricciardo. They can name any driver and they'll probably be linked to them. But I honestly think that they're gonna bring in Charles Leclerc. I honestly think Charles Leclerc could be a Ferrari driver next season. Today, as I'm recording this, he's done the Hungary test, and he was actually fastest out of all drivers. So that shows he isn't afraid to show some pace in F1. So maybe next year he could be in a Ferrari seat next to Sebastian Vettel. But that's what I think. I hope Kimi stays for only one reason, that he will keep the good relationship and also, you know. But also, it's getting to a stage where sponsorships and everything, and so many drivers are tied down to some contracts that the young drivers just can't get in. And I actually think that Leclerc could be the driver to replace Raikkonen. Anyway, let's move on to Red Bull, which is pretty much straightforward. They're gonna keep Ricciardo and Verstappen. Let's be honest. Both of them I do rate a lot. Obviously they did clash at Hungary, but I think they'll get over it. I think they'll continue doing what they do best. Obviously, Verstappen hasn't had the best of luck this season, and he's quite ways off in the driver standings. He's I think he's just overtook both Force Indias recently. He is quite ways off his teammate Raikkonen, but I do think he has impressed. Obviously, in Hungary, it was quite quick in the end, and he probably would have overtook Bottas if it wasn't Hungary. But yeah, both of them should be retained for the next season. Then we move over to Force India, and I think that's a similar thing. Both of them are going to say Perez, it's the right thing to do. Obviously, he wants a bigger drive, and I do rate him as a driver. I do rate Ocon as well, but I just don't think they can be any higher at all. Force India is a perfect place to be. Perez brings in sponsorships and deals for the team. Ocon brings young talent that we've been wanting. And both of them have impressed a lot for me this season. Obviously, Perez, we have known that he's been a really good driver, outperforming in Sauber. McLaren, let's just not talk about that, but the Force India, he has had some good years. A couple of podiums as well, so that's good for him. But yeah, I think Perez and Ocon will remain in Force India. Next we have Williams, and you know, they've been a bit mediocre. I mean, they haven't been bad, but they are not to the 2015 standards or the 2016 standards. Obviously, Stroll, now will he stay? I think he will. I think Stroll will stay for another season. He brings money for the team, being a paid driver, and he has shown that he can be a decent driver. Canada, he fought his way up to get some points, and obviously Azerbaijan, he got the podium, and he had Bottas, Vettel and Hamilton all chasing him down with like 5 laps to go, and to only lose 1 place to Bottas on the line, how unfortunate, is quite decent, which shows he isn't just there to pay Williams. Now Massa, should he stay? Should he go? He did say he was going to retire at the end of last season. Now he stayed for the season, and he definitely has been better than Stroll. Unfortunately, he's had a bit of not a lot of luck this season, and the Williams just hasn't been up to standard. So if he goes, I think I know who would replace him, but I honestly think he will stay for another season, just because brings experience to the team, and he probably is helping Stroll at the moment to develop. And if he brings in who I think would be brought in, Stroll wouldn't really get a lot of experience, because I think that Pascal Wehrlein probably would have took Massa's seat. But anyway, let's move on to the next team, being Toro Rosso. Now, Carlos Sainz. Where do we start? We know he's the better driver out of him and Kvyat. We know he has a lot of talent. He wants out of the Red Bull program, but will he go? I don't think he will. I think he'll stay at Toro Rosso for another season. And as for Kvyat, apparently he's got a new contract. Are they mad? He has 4 points compared to Sainz's 35. I really don't want him to go, but I actually think he's going to stay there for another season. I don't know what's going on with Toro Rosso. You think they're torpedoed for good reason, because he just isn't the driver he was meant to be. In 2014 he had a lot of talent, and now he's just wasting it. I mean, I don't even know if he's got the talent anymore, but I do think that he will stay. I don't want him to stay, but I think Toro Rosso will remain the same. Let's move on to Haas, and it's pretty straightforward. Grosjean and Magnussen will be retained for next season. Both of them have had decent starts. Magnussen had a great result in Azerbaijan. Grosjean had a great result in Austria. So yeah, both. The Haas is a decent car, and I do think that with a bit more development, they could be running with the Williams and the Toro Rosso. Renault. Hulkenberg will stay. That's definite. He's been outperforming that car, and as you can see, he's got 26 points. Palmer's got 0. We know that Hulkenberg's going to stay. Palmer though, no. I can't see Palmer staying. I'm sorry, Geraldine, but who will replace him? Everyone wants Kubica, and I think Kubica will take over his seat. Kubica may only be there for a season though, because he could be absolutely trash, because we don't know how he's going to be. I mean, everyone's saying he's going to be great, but you know, his injury might have cost him. I'm not 100% sure. I think he will be there for a season at least, maybe even more, but he could be out at the end. McLaren. I honestly think that they'll keep their lineup. I honestly think they're gonna ditch Honda at the end of the year, because Fernando Alonso got the fastest lap of the race in one of the circuits where straight line speed isn't really useful and the engine doesn't play that big of a role compared to other tracks. You got the fastest lap, unbelievable. So I do think that with a better engine, McLaren will be right up there. He would definitely at least be challenging with Force Indias if he had a Mercedes engine. But, you know, have to wait and see. But I do think they'll keep Alonso and Van Dorn. Van Dorn, as of late, has impressed me. He's been unlucky not to get some points. He scored a point in Hungary, which is good for the team. Got close in Azerbaijan, and he did well in Austria and Great Britain as well. But Alonso has, his race in Hungary was just showing how he still got it, being 36 years of age. 6th place, fastest lap of the race in a McLaren Honda. Fantastic. Now, so the last team, Sauber. So this is probably going to be one of the most interesting ones because Marchione announced that Sauber is going to be like a B team. So I think what they're going to do is I think Giovinazzi will get the Sauber drive along with Wehrlein. Now, I know Ericsson has a lot of sponsors, but they can't. I mean, I don't want Wehrlein to, because Wehrlein has got 5 points, Marcus Ericsson got 0. Wehrlein, it's a reasonable option for him to stay, but Ericsson, would Sauber go over talent or money? Probably, I hope talent. I think they'll probably go with talent, so I think Pascal Wehrlein will partner with Antonio Giovinazzi for Sauber next season. So, in recap, Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc. Red Bull, Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen. Force India, Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon. Williams, Felipe Massa and Lance Stroll. Toro Rosso, Carlos Sainz and Dani Kvyat. Renault, Nico Hulkenberg and Robert Kubica. Haas, Romain Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen. McLaren, Fernando Alonso and Stoffel van Dorn. Sauber, Pascal Wehrlein and Antonio Giovinazzi. Overall, 3 driver changes out of all that. Hoping there would have been more, to be honest, but I just can't see. Maybe Kvyat could go, maybe Massa could go, but I think both will be changed for 1 more year. Oh, and also, I've got a big update for you regarding the Stoffel van Dorn career mode. Obviously, episode 6 will be out on Friday, 2 days after you're watching this, on the 4th of August. That'll be episode 6 in Monaco. Well, but with 3 weeks on the day until F1 2017 comes out, we've only done 6 out of 20 episodes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1 week break from the career mode, and then from the 11th to the 24th, daily Stoffel van Dorn career mode episodes. So for example, 11th to 7th, 12th to 8th, 13th to 9th, you get so until the 24th, episode 20, the finale, and the next day, I'll release my F1 2017 career mode, which I'll be doing with, but yeah, that's a quick update, but 2 episodes on the weekend, obviously. I think one of them might be a Rocket League video, one of them might be something else, I'm not sure. Then Monday and Wednesday, I don't know, just another non-F. I mean, we might do another online video, maybe do something with something else. Let me know if you want to see anything. Maybe like F1 2017 stuff. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me. And I'll catch you guys on Friday, episode number 6 of Stoffel van Dorn career mode. Catch you guys.